We're doing gothic rock today, so I have to drink Mountain Dew. Also, I changed my name to Kyle. That's the wrong stereotype, I'm sorry. Welcome, everyone, to an album reaction where I listen to a full album front to back for the first time. My name is Alex Haitz. I'm a musician, singer, songwriter, composer, to whatever degree of quality you can. I am those things, at the very least. Yes, so if you're new to my channel, welcome. I do a variety of videos. Recently, I've been partaking in some different kinds of videos. I've been doing a lot of these first reactions since September of 2018. And recently I've been branching out into a couple other things. I do some live streams. They're called Hangouts, where people just come in, like post songs, I'll listen to them, react to them, talk about different things, just very casual, very fun. I've recently started doing starter kits. One of them I did with my nephew Ethan, who's been in several of my videos recently. I'll get to that. Starter kits about, like, you know, bands. Like, how do I get into Radiohead or Coldplay? His favorite band is The Killers, so he gave a freaking hour-long video that's just front to back. Like, how, if you want to get into The Killers, how do you do so? And he gave an extensive, also kind of like personal history about it. We're going to do one together about Coldplay, because we both listened to Coldplay and we kind of grew up on that band, for better or for worse. I'll do one on Radiohead, I'll do one on Beach House. I did one on Sufjan Stevens, so we're doing that. We're also doing individual song reactions, which are doing remarkably well. I don't understand how. I started posting these on the 12th of June. Posted one on the 12th, the 13th, and today on the 14th. First one I posted was Reckoner by Radiohead. Ethan hadn't heard it. 300 views already. They're There by Radiohead the next day, 134 views. I posted one today, Such Great Heights by the Postal Service. That's at 15 views now. So those are doing fairly well, and they're really easy to make. We just kind of sit down and I'll pop a YouTube video on and we'll both listen to it and record it. And I'm compiling a big list of individual songs that might be good for him to react to. And then he'll delete the ones that he's heard and put in ones that he wants me to hear, and I'll delete the ones that I've heard out of that, and then we'll just randomly pick songs. So they're really easy to make, and I can just pop out like one a day, just to kind of pad out my uploading schedule a little bit. Because these first reactions for full albums take a lot out of me. They're very comprehensive to make, they're very long, very thorough, so I don't make them all the time. I was making like 2 a week for a little while, and it was just killing me. So I just do these when I have the energy, when I have the focus and time and availability, and that's what's happening today. So sorry for the preamble. I'll put up a little thing saying to skip to this point if you want to get to the actual reaction. Today, we are doing Disintegration by The Cure. This has been requested like since the beginning, because I started with like Joy Division, Velvet Underground, I eventually got to the Smiths. And the whole time people were like, The Cure, The Cure, The Cure, The Cure, please do The Cure, you should do The Cure. And I'm like, okay. I have a hate-like relationship with The Cure. They've played at work, at my work that I've worked at for, start that sentence over. The place that I've worked for, my first job, still there, 10 years later, they've played The Cure off and on the radio. So I've heard It's Friday I'm in Love, or Friday I'm in Love, hundreds of times. And I despise that song. It's not even The Cure's fault, it's just like I associate that with work. Same with Manic Monday by whoever the other band is. Like, just those two songs, like, because they're related to work, both I hear them at work and they're about jobs, I'm just like, nope, not for me. I don't want to even think about it. And everyone has said in these videos, these comments, that like, don't judge The Cure based on Friday I'm in Love. And I'm like, it's okay, I'm not. I just don't like that song. And then I've heard Lovesong off of this album. Lovesong plays at work, oddly enough. Really interesting choice, but I like what the song does, but because it plays at work, I have to kind of shed that bias, you know? most of the things I hear at work, I don't like. And if I can tell that they're good songs, it's really hard for me to like shift how I feel to get into the song. Someday by the Strokes is a song that played at work for a while. And I had a hard time with it because I'm like, I like this song, but I just don't like hearing it here. So, long preamble aside, I just wanted to give a little bit of context that I haven't heard Cure music that I love. Like, I've heard Lovesong, and I'm like, all right, it's okay. And I've heard Just Like Heaven, which I actually think is a pretty good song. But, like, the thing is, I personally don't like it. I don't love it. It's like my mind is up here, but my heart is back here, you know? It's like I can tell that this is quality, and I hear Just Like Heaven, I'm like, these melody lines are really good, the guitar lines are great, production's fantastic and crisp, but meanwhile I'm back here. Just Like Heaven actually plays at work as well, it has. Not as much as Lovesong though, but meanwhile I'm back here, like, I can't quite catch up to knowing that it's great. So, this will be an interesting reaction, and I feel like I had to give that long preamble just to give you context for why this might not sit well with me on my first listen. But if we learned anything from my previous videos, I heard The Queen is Dead by the Smiths, and my first reaction was like, I don't know how I feel about this. 2 days later, it was in my top 10 albums, and it's stayed there ever since. I love The Queen is Dead. So who knows about this one? So I'm just saying, don't take it with a grain of salt if I don't just fall head over heels for this album on the first listen. Because not only was like the Smiths like a difficult pill to swallow because I hadn't heard music like that before, this might be the same case here, and also I have a bias I have to shed in order to like the music a little more. So, all of that aside, let's jump in to Disintegration. This came out in '89. 71 minutes long. This is the long one. This is a long one. So we're gonna start trucking. I think I've only heard Lovesong off of here. I may have heard others and just don't remember them or know their names. So let's begin with Plainsong. That's nice production. This chord right here, it's nice and unexpected. I like the gothic feel so far. It's very unique. Plainsong. Interested to see how that holds up as the opener with the songs that come next, because like I'm not sure what to expect now. That was really intriguing. Pictures of you, pictures of me. These are long songs too. Most of them are over like 5 or 6 minutes. I don't know why, but for some reason, for quite a while, I thought that Robert Smith was gay. I don't know where I got that notion from, but like I looked him up a month or so ago, and it's like, no, he's been married to the same woman for decades, no kids. I'm like, why was I thinking that he was just like this gay guy who was just like super sensational? They may have also painted like a different picture than the real Robert Smith, you know? So I just have all these like falsities and misunderstandings about the Cure that I need to shed, apparently. I don't know. I don't know where I got that notion from, but just random thought. Um, oh, it's tough. It's tough because, like, I think that was really long-winded, honestly. It didn't have enough variety to warrant that length to me. There were things in there that I liked, but it's kind of hard to access this music in a way because the melodies are a little off kilter. I don't think I am liking this album as much as The Queen is Dead, just from first listen. I don't dislike it though. I'm intrigued. I just haven't been captivated yet. I think Plainsong was fine. Pictures of You didn't really grab me all that much. But let's keep trucking. Let's keep trucking. I'm interested. I'm on board. Closedown. Like Plainsong, there was like a 1 to 2 minute long introduction of just instrumental, and then a tiny bit of singing, and then an instrumental outro. Like there wasn't a whole lot of vocals in that song, and they were right in the middle. I haven't seen that very much in music, so that's intriguing. I didn't like that one as much as Plainsong though. There wasn't a lot of variety in it. It was just like the same 2 chords over and over and over. It's just kind of like a 1 and a 5, it sounded like almost. Don't know. We'll see how these songs play back on their second listen. Lovesong. So I know this one. No surprises, no alarms. Here we go. It'll be nice to hear it in lossless quality and not on a store speaker. The guitar lines in this song are like just way better than the previous 3 songs. I find that really interesting. Like this jumps out so much more than any of the other ones. Like Plainsong had a decent guitar line, but it's very stripped back and simple. Kind of left field a little bit, like you weren't quite sure where it was going. But this seems so much more, like has so much more character to it than those other songs do. At least from what I can tell right now. Don't know. So this song, I believe, was written about his wife, right? Something like that. No, I don't mind that song all that much, actually. I don't love it, at least not right now, because I don't know, I had like a bad beginning with it, you know, with hearing it at work all the time, so it's hard for me to make that like connection to it. Because usually like the music you listen to, the ones you love, like it was the first, you know, times that you heard it that kind of, you know, connects to emotions or memories and, you know, it makes it nostalgic. But I don't have that with this album or this song in particular, so it's tough for me. Just know that I don't mind it. But maybe someday I'll come to be able to shed that psychological roadblock I have. It's fine. It's fine. Fine song. Last Dance. For some reason this feels like another 2-minute intro, singing, minute-long outro. This isn't bad. Singing at 1:45 in. That one had a lot more personality to it than some of the previous ones, like Closedown. I would argue even Pictures of You. It had painted a really very vivid picture. All this in an instant before I can kiss you. A woman now standing where once there was only a goat. Weird choice of lyrics, but I trust you, Robert Smith. Okay, Lullaby, about halfway through the album, guys. I like this one already. The production is like stellar on this album. The mixing is really good. Interesting. I actually like that one quite a bit, actually. My favorite so far? Possibly. It wasn't very long either. It was just 4 minutes, very basic. Yeah. Fascination Street, another single, I think. The 2-minute intro. I feel like I'll need to give that one time. That one has the possibility to be up there for me, but I can't tell right now. That's the way it is with some of these 80s bands. I just feel like I'm being assaulted by music, and I don't know how to digest it, because I was born in 92. Prayers for Rain. This one's juicy. Their Joy Division side is really coming out here. There's something almost post-rockish about this album as well. It's not like immediate and easy to, swallow. When I say like long-winded, It's more over that there's like it's more ambitious. It's trying to say something bigger, and I wasn't quite ready for that. So I think that's something I'll have to keep in mind when I listen to it more. The same deep water as you. 9 minutes.
Kiss me goodbye. Wishing out.
It's kind of a progressive album. These are long songs.
For my fading eyes, in my eyes your smile.
This is a long one. I just want to say, if it seems like I'm impatient with the music, I'm not per se. It's just that it's 91 degrees and I'm closed in a room with a computer and no fan. So I'm just a little hot. Just a little hot. It's okay. Trying to focus as best I can on the music. So it is what it is. Can't wait till winter to listen to this. What a spoopy song. Yeah, like I said, I'm eager to do a second listen of this album because I can tell that this is just kind of like breaking the surface, skirting the surface, if you will. And I'm not quite getting the full songs yet. Because like even now, just looking back, there's a lot of songs here that I found compelling. Plainsong, Lovesong to a degree, Last Dance, Lullaby, even Fascination Street. I thought Prayers for Rain was interesting. And that one too, there's a lot of things I liked in it. I'm just having a tough time with the first listen, so just be patient with me, please. Last 3 songs, we have Disintegration. This one is 8 minutes. I like how thick the instruments sound without sounding fuzzy. They're still crisp.
I miss the kiss of treachery, shameless kiss, pictures of trick, stains on the carpet, stains on the sea. I sleep again, holding it up behind my head again, cutting you up, dropping from sky through the.
I think Robert's being a little overdramatic. Don't you guys? Not bad. Again, another one that will need another listen. Long-winded, repetitive. Don't know. I don't know. Having the same thing with the Smiths here, where I listen, I'm just like, I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel. To any degree, like immediately after hearing the song. Let's just keep trucking. We're almost done. Homesick. This seems very post-rock, almost like God is an astronaut.
Just one more night. Just one more night.
I liked that one. Hard for me to engage with it at the moment, but there's a lot in there that I really enjoyed. Same as the same Deep Water as You, and to some degree Disintegration. These last three have been very long songs, very long-winded, drawn out, post-rocky. Like, I was not expecting this album to be like this, honestly. Some of the first songs were the most accessible. But everything after, like, Prayers for Rain has been pretty wild in terms of composition. It's gone in a different direction. Kind of reminds me of Hounds of Love a little bit, where like the first half is like all the singles, and then the last half is just kind of like, what? Anyway, last song, Untitled.
Hopelessly drift in the eyes of the ghost again. Down on my knees, now the time has gone. Another time.
There beeth Disintegration, folks. Oof. What an oof that was. Yeah, I'm gonna need to listen on these. I was not ready. I was not ready at all. Like I said, I wasn't anticipating the post-rocky progressive aspect to it. Tracks kind of 8, but 9 through 12 were pretty progressive in some ways, especially tracks 9 and 10, Deep Water and Disintegration. Pretty long-winded. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't realize how long some of these tracks are. But there is a lot here that I like in principle, and I might like emotionally come more listens. Plainsong I thought was a really strong opener. I like that a lot. Pictures of You, we'll see how that goes. Closedown, not too big on it, but we'll see. Lovesong is fine. Last Dance, Lullaby, those are probably my two favorites, so far at least. Fascination Street was fascinating. Prayers for Rain was a pretty compelling track as well. Deep Water, Disintegration, and Homesick, pretty bold. They're pretty bold compositions. And I find it fascinating that, how many tracks were there? 32 tracks were recorded in these sessions. And it was only these 12 that made it onto the album. It's pretty interesting. Yeah. Don't know, guys. Don't know. Join me again in a later video, and I'll give you an update. Maybe I'll say in a stream as well if I do one before my next reaction. And I'll update you as to how I feel. Because this was something I wasn't ready for at all. I don't hate it. I don't dislike it. I just don't know how I feel yet. Yeah, kind of a shock to the system again. But that's what Queen is Dead did. And that became my like 7th favorite album, I think is what it is in my list. So yes, thank you everyone for joining me on this adventure. Sorry if the reactions weren't very lively. I didn't have a lot to say, and it's crazy hot right now, and I'm kind of tired, so I was kind of like dozing off a little bit with some of those songs, which isn't a bad thing. Like I said before, I like when songs can kind of put me to sleep and relax me. It's never a bad thing. So, yes, I've listened to Disintegration. Should I listen to other Cure albums? The answer will probably be yes from a lot of you. There's like, Pornography, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me. There's probably others that people will recommend, but those are probably the two that I would go to over anything else. Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me was before Disintegration, and Pornography was later. No, when was Pornography? 1982. So that was 7 years before Disintegration. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, they have a lot of albums. A lot of them are really highly regarded. So I want to know, like, not from diehard Cure fans who are like, all right, go here. Because I'm fresh. Like I said, I had some bias against The Cure just because of how I'd heard them in the past. I'm trying to shed. Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, and Pornography might be the best routes to go for me for more Cure albums. Not eager to listen to more, so don't expect me to go to another Cure album right away. But I am interested to go to another one. Chances are it'll probably be Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me. I know that one is highly regarded, and it might be a little easier on the palate because it won't be as gothic. Like I said, Just Like Heaven, I think it's a pretty strong song. It's another 70-minute album, though, so who knows? Who knows? This has been a long one, though. A long one, guys. Thanks for sticking it out with me. Next album, no idea. No idea, actually. I don't know what I want to do. I could go any which way from here. We'll see. So yes, if you want to recommend an album to me, check in the description. There's 2 links to 2 Google Docs, one of which is albums I will be reacting to, and ones I might. And then there's another list of albums I have heard, like ones that are popularly requested, like all of Radiohead, first 2 Oasis albums, things like that. First 2 Oasis albums? I think. Definitely maybe in What's the Story, Morning Glory. I think those are the first 2. Anyway, I'm all over the place today. So if the album you want to recommend isn't in those lists, or it's one that I haven't reacted to already, feel free to comment it, and maybe I'll check it out. We'll see. I have a lot to listen to. The day is long, but life is short. Life is short, and the day is long. I don't know. Neither one seems to make sense now. Dang it. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for watching this train wreck of a video. I hope it was compelling. I feel like my entire mood and tone in this has been disintegration. I feel like I've kind of fallen apart ever since I hit record. So maybe everything did work out the way Robert wanted it to. I'll get you next time, buddy. Okay, I'm going to leave. Subscribe to my channel if you want more of this content. Please watch the starter kits and the song reactions I've been posting. That will be a great help. Just give the channel a little boost, I mean, the copyright notices on them, just, they're get the song people. I can't talk today. The bands are getting money from the songs because they're unedited reactions, so they're the full song. But I'm just doing it to gain an audience, interact with people, put out more content for you guys. So if you watch them, then job well done. Okay, I'm going. I should go take a shower. I'm so sweaty. Bye.